Today's progress report for the motorcycle group build is a bit of a mixed bag, with a bunch of small items coming together, but nothing really 100% complete as yet. After some debate back and forth on using the kit forks, or scratch building replacements, I elected to go with using the kit forks. So the first step was removal of the chrome plating, followed by gluing on 20 thou styrene discs to fill in 4 ejector pin marks. At the bottom of each fork tube, the plastic pin designed to snap into the wheel was removed, and the forks were drilled out to take a 30 thou steel wire axle. Pins were also molded into the bottom of the left side fork leg for speedometer cable, and on the bottom triple tree for brake lines. These plastic pins are quite delicate, so I removed them and replaced them with drilled holes into which tubing can be glued during final assembly. Ejector pin marks were also quite visible on one side of the exhaust pipes. These were also repaired with discs punched from 20 thou styrene sheet and glued on with solvent cement. The engine was finished using chrome bumper paint straight from the spray can, and this works quite well as long as you're careful not to get the paint on too thick. Once the paint had cured, an overall coat of Testors Dullcote was applied, giving that dull aluminum finish typical of motorcycle engines. Carburetors and airbox are set in place temporarily. These of course still need to be finished. The carburetors will be silver, and the airbox is actually chrome, so it'll be finished with alclad, similar to the fenders. The seat is nicely detailed, and the only thing I did was use a piece of 20 thou by 60 thou styrene strip, glued in place over top of the molded in strap for a little bit of extra depth. It was time to start thinking about what color to paint the finished bike. The box art shows basic black with gold striping, and this looks sharp, although I preferred something a little bit brighter. A burgundy color similar to this one of a real XS11 was another option. This photo was also found online, and is a very close match to the kit in all respects, right down to the square headlight. I decided to go with a brighter red similar to this, and began by using Tamiya's white primer applied directly from the spray can on all the parts that were to be painted red. The gas tank is the trickiest part, being made of 2 pieces and requiring a seam to be filled along the top center. The most accurate parts of the kit are the side covers, because these are a one-piece injection molded plastic panel, just like the side covers used on real bikes. Holding the parts was done with the usual high-tech tools, various sizes of clothes pegs, and an old pair of tweezers, which fit nicely into the mounting holes on the seat frame. I used red paint that I had on hand and an aerosol can from the hardware store. I've had good success using this kind of enamel paint in the past. It's already pre-thinned to the right consistency of spraying. It just has to be decanted into the airbrush container. Spray cans are filled with propellant gas to pressurize them, and some of this gas will be trapped in the paint that was just decanted. Let the paint sit for a couple of hours before using, and then it can be sprayed like any normal hobby paint. My go-to airbrush is an old Paasche H, and I typically spray at about 20 psi. The painted parts will be set aside for about a week so they can dry thoroughly before any further assembly, detail work, or decaling is done. Thanks for watching this brief update. Looking at the progress of some of the other participants, I'm a little bit behind in the progress department, so I'm going to have to get it in gear and start catching up, but at least at this stage, it's looking a little bit more like a complete motorcycle.